And this morning, we want to make sure that you aren't confused by any election mail that you may be getting right now. A voter reached out to us after he got a registration application, and the problem was he's been registered in Pinellas County for 40 years now. Courtney Robinson joins us live this morning. And Courtney, you looked into the mail that election supervisors say is kind of misleading.
Hey, Caitlin, good morning to you. Supervisors say some of these mailings from private groups end up going to voters who are already registered. Maybe they're too young to vote, they're ineligible to vote, and they say that this just causes confusion and it sows distrust in the whole process. The mailings look like this: a voter registration application partially filled in with a return envelope addressed to your supervisor of elections. They come from the DC-based Center for Voter Information. That group mails millions of voter registration and vote-by-mail request forms every election. And every election, supervisors say they get calls from confused and upset voters who think it came from their office.
We understand our voters' frustration. It causes confusion, and it further erodes in voter confidence, which is not something that you want leading up to a presidential election where you want high participation, because when you have confusion, when people don't believe in a system, they're less likely to participate.
The Center for Voter Information says the instructions in their mailings are clear. If you're already registered, disregard. If you're not, fill it out and send it back. Okay, so if you get this, you're already registered, you fill it out and send it back. Really no harm, no foul. It's not going to impact your voting status. The message from the Center for Voter Information, that private group, they say, sure, do these mailings end up going to people who are already registered, who are ineligible, and in some cases addressed to family members who are deceased? Yes, that does happen. But they say they also end up in the hands of voters who are eligible and who aren't registered, who then fill it out, turn it back in, and are able to vote in the upcoming election. And they say that they use a lot of data to try to find voters and make sure that their systems are clear. Supervisors say they're just using out-of-date information. Caitlin?
All right, Courtney. So will my supervisor send me a voter registration form?
Yeah, so your supervisor can send you that. They're only going to do that if you ask them to mail you a form. But you can also register to vote. You can do that online. You can do that in person at a voter registration agency. So that includes a library, a driver's license office, public assistance office, military recruitment office, and of course, your supervisor of elections office. And you can also just call them and ask them, of course, to send you a registration form.
All right, thanks, Courtney. Remember, October 5th is the deadline to register to vote. Head to 10tampabay.com to register or to check your status right now.